I just suddenly realized I promised y'all how I found out that I was pregnant with my youngest son, who his name is Isaiah. How I found out I was pregnant with him is I had a spinal tap done, and then I went back because I wasn't feeling good. My back was hurting and all that stuff. Well, they turned around and they told me, they said, we're not going to be able to do anything for you. Well, we took my other son to the hospital, which is Isaac. We took him to another hospital because he needed to be admitted in. Well, I looked at my patient portal for Sparks for this other hospital, and it showed that I was positive for pregnancy. Well, I was like, oh, no, never. There's no way I can be pregnant. No way possible. Well, it come back that I was 13 weeks pregnant with Isaiah. And then I went for the ultrasound, and it showed that it was a boy. And I was like, oh boy, what a joy. And then after that, I had almost bled to death with him. I'm not sure if it was because I was stressing too much or if it was because of my blood cells attacking his, because I was O negative, because I have O negative blood, or what it was, but they had to give me a regain shot. They gave me 3 regain shots, and that stopped my blood from attacking his blood. Well, I had to get that same thing with Isaac, but Isaiah was far worse. Well, 28 weeks come along, or had the blood test done to make sure he wasn't autistic or he wasn't going to be mild mentally unstable or anything like that. 1% chance that would happen, and he come back to be a boy. And I'm like, okay, well, that's fine, cool. Well, then I went for my 28-week ultrasound. It still showed that he was going to be a boy. Great, that's good. Then after that, at 39 weeks, they said that they wanted me to come in for a scheduled C-section, which he was supposed to be born July 18th. He came July 11th. He was a little bitty, itty bitty, teeny tiny thing. He was about the same color as I am now. Well, I look darker because, well, we got the light. So, we went in for my scheduled C-section. They put an IV in my hand. They got me prepped, put a little hairnet on me, did all their stuff that they had to do. Then they put bracelets on me to make sure. They gave me a green one for the blood transfusion if I needed it. They gave me my traditional white one to be able to give me medication and stuff. Then they told me, okay, you ready for your scheduled C-section? So we went in, we got the C-section done. They said that he had a head full of hair. I was like, well, then he must be a girl, and we was going to call him Isabella. Then he come back to be a boy, and I said, well, his name is definitely Isaiah, and I'm not going to give out his middle name because I'm just not going to do that. That's not something I want to do. So then, turn around, and he was really, really dark, with dark hair, brown eyes. My grandma calls him her dark-eyed, handsome little man. And him and his dad stayed in the OR with me the whole time. Well, then he come out of the OR, and then they did a hearing test on him. He passed that. They did another test on him. Now, this is 3 years later. He has to wear glasses because he has lazy eye like I do. He has seizures like his brother. He walks on his tippy toes like his grandpa, which is my dad. He's just him. He's got a different personality than my first son. My first son is so laid back. My second one is all like, yeah, you want to treat me like crap? I'll treat you like crap, and starts beating on you. But I would never change my kids for the world. No matter what they do, they're still going to be my whole world. But I told you I'd tell you the story about how I found out I was pregnant with Isaiah. Everybody else knew that I was pregnant, but I did not know. I don't know how I didn't know, but I didn't know. But that's how I found out I was pregnant with Isaiah. However, I did not get sick. I was having a regular period. Everything was cool. I don't know how I didn't know that I was pregnant with him, but I did not know. Well, just as soon as I find out, I go to OB, and then I did all that other stuff, and yeah. So everything was good with him. That's how I found out I was pregnant with my second child. Now that we're clear with that one, I just realized I told you guys that I would tell you how I found out I was pregnant with Isaiah.